Have you ever wished you could hang out with your favorite Hollywood stars?
Yes.
Variety Studio invites you to listen in as today's biggest actors talk to each other about their craft.
I just wanted to show this person that I loved them.
With Regina King and Reese Witherspoon, Anne Hathaway and Hugh Jackman, and Kieran Culkin and Dan Levy. Welcome to Variety Studio Actors on Actors. I'm Ramin Satuda. Even though we aren't in studio this season, we are still staying connected through great television and some of the best performances of the year. Almost 20 years ago, Regina King and Reese Witherspoon appeared together in the comedy Legally Blonde 2. Now they are both starring in some of the most talked about TV shows of the year. In the TV adaptation of the comic book Watchmen, Oscar and Emmy winner Regina King plays a police detective who transforms into a masked crime fighter.
You were mad that my sitter bailed and you had to suffer through Black Oklahoma without having someone to roll your eyes at.
Sitter bailed?
Yes.
Well, you and Cal missed out. Because Black Oklahoma was delightful.
You are not allowed to call it that.
Oscar and Emmy winner Reese Witherspoon stars in Little Fires Everywhere, where she portrays a privileged journalist whose carefully constructed small-town life is shaken to the core by new residents.
We pay really well. I mean, we pay what's fair, and whatever you thought was fair, that's what we would pay. But what I meant was house helper, house manager. That's what I really meant, because I'm so unorganized. But it was just a suggestion, so take it or leave it.
Hello, Reese. How are you, my dear?
I'm good. I mean, it feels a little surreal to be seeing you from so far away when I saw you so recently. But I miss connecting with you. I was so looking forward to doing this interview in person because
I know.
as you know, I am a huge fan of your work.
Ditto.
We've only known each other since we were...
Girl,
I feel like I met you when I was 23 years old.
I know. We have grown children.
I can't. And I can't remember if we met first and then we did Legally Blonde together, or we met each other on Legally Blonde. I can't remember.
We met each other on Legally Blonde.
We did?
Yeah. And since we're on Legally Blonde, remember when you got Sally Field to play that part and we were just fanning out, and you got to do that again on Big Little Lies with Meryl Streep. How do you do that?
Well, I try to make them an offer they can't refuse. I set targets. I knew I wanted to work with you too.
Oh.
When I saw you, I remember seeing you and Jerry Maguire, and I was like, I'm going to work with her. You had a spirit inside of you. And I was like, that woman is truth. She is intelligence. She is beauty. She is soul. And she is honest.
Oh.
And the thing I love about you is that you are determined to make a lot of change in our business by committing to hire more women, more people of color, to put them in the driver's seat, And now we have the ability, the emergence of television and streaming and all these emerging technologies that are looking for fresh perspectives. And it's this amazing moment where we are taking all of it back and going, wait, what are the decades, if not hundreds of years of stories that haven't been told? And I feel like if we all look like we're busy and doing 3 and 4 and 5 jobs, it's because we're trying to make up for lost time.
Speaking of when you're talking about creativity, when I watched Little Fires Everywhere, and I'm just curious because you guys are in Paris, you guys are in New York. I'm sure you didn't necessarily go to all those places, but there was, whenever we went to those places, we felt like we were there. I just found it so exciting because as a producer myself, I know that, this was not this humongous budget. What was the planning, going into that?
Well, Little Fires was just an incredible journey. I feel so fortunate to be able to partner with Kerry Washington. She just works so hard. And, when you're partnering with people, you just don't ever know until you get going what it's going to be like. So the partnership with her, Liz Tigelaar, who was our showrunner, and all the writers. We had this incredibly inclusive writers' room that had women who had an immigrant experience, had an adoption experience. I mean, it's so amazing.